Welcome to episode 1, season 2 of the Reece Moffett podcast. Good to see all your smiling faces back here, and we have our first guest of the year, Urian Dillon from Dillon Productions, also known as You Will Dill on his social media platforms. This was an impromptu podcast because we were just on a Skype call, and I was like, I don't have anyone to do podcasts with, and he's like,
boy,
so who am I?
Hit your boy up. Let's do it.
Right? And then I told him, and then it took him like literally an hour to set up where I was already set up. And I'm just like, this is why I don't ask you for things.
All right. Quit exposing me right now, bro. What the heck?
All right, I'm just joking.
I know.
But first things first.
I'm the realist.
You have any, right? Get on the realist level. You got any projects coming up on your podcast? Or do you have any plans to start a podcast?
A podcast? Probably not. I mean, nah, I don't.
You're just going to steal people's fame and be like, yeah, I'm going to be on your podcast, but I'm not going to start my own production podcast.
Hold on, wait a minute. What are you implying, sir?
Nothing, sir. Next question. Just like, I just want the fame where they just be at the end of their podcast, plug me and be like, go make sure to check out my YouTube channel, link in the bio and in the iCard that pops up in the top right of every video.
He knows. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I know, because I'm one of those people.
Reece Moffett exposed. Reece Moffett is over party. Get it trending, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
With how many followers on Twitter, shall we?
Touche. All right.
Alright, so you got a new camera for your birthday, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What type of crispy bocalicious crispy, we said that reverse and forward, did you get?
I got the Canon EOS Rebel SL2, probably 200D in other countries, and I'm just enjoying the heck out of it so far because I have been using a point and shoot camera for 4 years at this point.
Yeah, I was there for the last 2 years, and I'm just like, how is he still alive?
Honestly,
because I use a point and shoot for I think like a year or maybe a year and a half, and I was just like, I have no manual settings. I am dying on the inside, literally.
Yes, I feel your pain on that one.
You finally understand the importance of being able to control your shutter and aperture, where the camera's not like, this looks like it would be good at a f/22.
Nah, dude.
Just like, let's also jack that shutter speed up to 1000 for video. Don't forget.
Yeah, man. I've wanted manual settings for like the longest time, and it was just annoying as heck. I mean, this has like very minor manual settings, but you know.
Yeah. Well, the moment you get that what's it called, magic lantern on there, then the whole world of manual settings just opens up, where you got histograms, spotograms, you got false colors. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes, that's what's up. I mean, I might hold off on Magic Lantern for a little while because I don't want to break my camera right away, or at least install it wrong or something, and then whole bad situation.
That would be horrible. But are you gonna get on that clickbait train and be like, I got a new camera, cinematics with a Rebel SLR2, and just like how to use a SLR2 properly? You know, all those pretty big videos that get a lot of views.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I remember my second video I posted using this camera, I believe at the moment is at maybe 2,000 views. And
which
it's
one?
Because it's Cinemax with a Canon T5, like it's called skateboarding. Oh no, like the cinematic video.
It was like at like 8,000, bro. Like that was like.
Oh, my bad. But it was all because it was Cinemax. Because I'd watched a bunch of those cinematic videos. I'm guilty of being one of those people like, before I buy this camera, let me see what cinematics look on it.
Honestly,
but to be honest,
I feel that.
Like let's be honest now. Watching cinematic videos doesn't mean your video is gonna look cinematic when you buy it. You have to learn how to do all those cinematics. So, and then the best question that you give on those videos when a person's like, how do you do cinematics?
Yeah.
You're just like, it's not just one kind of, just make sure your shutter speed is half of what the frame rate is. Like, no, it's not that simple.
No, it really isn't.
It's just, if it was that simple, everyone would do it. And in that case, everyone doing it does not include just adding crop bars to your footage.
Nah, it's not, man.
Did you hear about this new video? I saw it on YouTube. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called "Stop Doing This with Your Videos to Make It Cinematic" or something across those lines. And the dude's like, if you want to get cinematic footage, you have to do the right aspect ratio. Don't add crop bars so you can get this like this 16:9 or widescreen view. Actually export your videos for YouTube in the widescreen format.
I mean, I saw a little suggested video of that, but I haven't actually watched it. But I already knew about like actually like actually making it the right aspect ratio. But I'm too lazy to do that.
Yeah.
And plus,
but
doing that, I'm not able to like do the little like slide in crop bars type of thing. So that's why I do it.
True. Yeah. But I was just like, I think I'm gonna export a video doing that, and then I'm working on a video right now for my company, and it's gonna be shot in that ratio. So when I uploaded it to YouTube, I saw that the actual black bars are real, and when you watch it on like widescreen televisions or widescreen monitors, there's like no crop bars, but it fills up the whole frame. So it's actually pretty nice. So I'm just like, I do lose like information on the bottom and top, but that's still because it's not existent because you're essentially deleting it out or cropping it out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's interesting. Like when you think about it, does a person go into their video editor and they're working on like a movie, like some giant movie, and go like, all right, let's add our adjustment layer and do let's add our PNG file with a 4K crop markers. I'm pretty sure they actually do the format.
Yeah.
If it was like that, I'd be like, exposed.
Exposed, homie.
Right? Just like Hollywood's Exposed. They use PNG files.
Oh. You never know.
That would make trending really fast.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah. So what's your next plan for YouTube? What's your next big step, your next video idea that you have or you're contemplating?
Next big plan. Next big idea. Next big idea. I would say that my next big idea. I'm not quite sure yet, honestly.
Gotta get on them clickbait train.
That's true, huh?
What's in my gear bag 2.0?
You never know.
Right?
I ain't saying anything. I might have something. No, I don't.
Maximalist turned minimalist. Materialist turned minimalist.
I mean, I'd say one of them is like learning at least showing my audience how I make my videos, because recently
workflow?
Yeah, my workflow, because I recently hit 200 subscribers during my 40-day fast or hiatus, however you like to say it.
Yeah. I feel you with that one, because my workflow is more or less just straight up hectic, and I would have to like get my workflow under control in order to show it to people. So if I did want to do that, I'd be like, it starts off me waking up in the morning and be like, I have an idea, and then me say on my camera and then sitting down to record and be like, oh wait, what was the idea again? I should probably write this down before actually recording it. And then like going back and forth between that, then recording it, then editing it, then like putting off the edit for a week, and then coming back to it and be like, oh, this was a great idea, and then like trying to figure out how to do the thumbnail and so on and so forth. It would be pure madness.
I feel that, bro. You are not alone, sir.
Yep. What's the next piece of camera gear you want to get for your new camera?
Ooh, either a new microphone or a new tripod.
Ooh, I feel you with both of them. Audio's important.
But also, stable video. Need something.
Not something that you have to worry about blowing over.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, on my birthday, like, I almost got a new tripod because we were going to get a new camera, but it was too expensive. But then later on got it, like, the same night for some reason. But,
yeah.
I almost got an action tripod from Manfrotto, but they had just ran out of it. So I left, it was Best Buy. I left Best Buy with nothing. Slightly bummed, but later on I got the SL2, so I guess it's fine.
I think a camera in this case would have been better than the tripod because you have a tripod that works, but like you need to up that footage, bro. Get that 1080p 60 frames per second.
Yes, that
crispiest slow motion.
Yeah, boy.
So does that mean in 720 it does 120 frames per second?
I'm sorry?
Does that mean in 720p it does 120 frames per second?
No, I checked. It's still like 60 frames at 720p, but I'm not going to use it, obviously. But
dang it, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
I want that 720p life.
Yeah, man. That sucks, but, it's all good.
Would you get a new lens by any chance?
I've been looking at the 50mm 1.8.
Nifty 50?
Yeah, come on, Nifty 50. Yeah, boy, let's get it.
Yep. That's what this video is being brought to you by on. Do expect a comprehensive Casey Neistat review of the Yongnuo 50mm 1.8 Chinese ripoff version, which only costs $50 as opposed to the Canon version. That's $125. Yep, that's what I have right now, and it's crispy.
Crispy?
It's actually crispier than a Canon lens, surprisingly.
What's up?
It's actually sharper than a Canon lens.
Really?
Yeah. I saw like those diagrams and stuff. I'm just like, wow, this is actually better than the Canon lens. Wow, one time copycats get it right.
Ooh, get them.
Right? If you could get a stabilizer, what would you get?
A stabilizer? Ooh. Probably somewhere along probably Zhiyun crane or maybe a glide cam.
Glide cam?
Maybe a
no Ronins in your life?
If I could afford it, maybe a Ronin.
Well, let's go without a price point. I mean, like, Mauve, or like a Movi or a DJI, a Ronin. That's the same thing, but
dang, if I had no price limit, man, that's kind of tough.
Get yourself a 16-axis Steadicam / like gimbal.
Yeah, boy. You already know. Boy.
Get the whole vest. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was to get another stabilizer, which I don't need one, I would probably go with a Movi because it's kind of like a Zhiyun crane with the handles, but like it has this whole little safety bar around it. Plus, also you can attach stuff to that bar. Where if you build out a Movi, it looks really nice. If you build out a Zhiyun crane, it looks really weird.
Weirdly weird.
Really weird. Not gonna lie, it has a weird kind of aesthetic to it. Just like so that's a pole in the middle.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely I would probably get a Movi just because of that one commercial I saw about a Movi where the dude was on rollerblades and he was behind a taxi cab and he was recording on the rollerblades. I'm just like, that footage, it's silky. I want that in my life.
What would be your next camera up from the Canon T5?
100% I would go mirrorless. I would get rid of Canon. I'm sorry, Canon. Love you, but I hate you at the same time. I would most likely go... Are we talking about if price matters, or if we're talking about like a price point between like 1,000 and 2,000, or we're just like Panavision?
Okay. Answer one part on a budget of $2,000 or less, and unlimited.
Speaking of a budget of $2,000 or less, probably going with a camera, I would definitely go Blackmagic Cinema Design 4K. There you go. Okay. I think I got the camera right.
Check your facts on that one. No, I was kidding.
Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Design 4K. There you go.
4K.
Have you heard a lot about that camera?
Not really. I don't know.
What? I've been so watching the specs of it, and it's the same sensor, but it's 4K, so it's kind of like that. Bigger than Micro Four Thirds, I believe, but smaller than APS-C. Oh. So it's kind of like that weird kind of one.
Weird middle. The weird middle.
Yeah, and it's supposedly vlog friendly because of the size, the autofocus, and the mic port.
Really?
So who knows? In a couple years, we could see a lot of vloggers moving from mirrorless Sony cameras to mirrorless Blackmagic Design cinema cameras in 4K. I am calling that right now on April 14th on a Saturday, 2018. I'm calling that, and if I am correct, someone should hire me as an analyst.
Yes, bro. Call them out. Call them out already.
But yeah, I would most definitely go with that because the raw features of it is insane. The dynamic range of the original Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera was insane. So I just imagine with the new 4K version that it would be just incredible, like red level.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
Because even if they hadn't have come out with a new pocket camera, I would still have bought like the old pocket camera because it seems so cool with the films people have made with it. I'm just like, you made that with something that looks like an iPhone that has a giant lens on it.
You know.
So I would definitely go that way. But if I couldn't afford the Blackmagic, I would probably go Sony A73 at lowest. Highest, I believe, is you can go as like a Sony A7R2, I think, for that price point.
Right.
I think the camera itself costs around $2,000. So
yeah, I see. That's what's up.
Most definitely, I would make the change to mirrorless. Not trying to be behind the curve.
I mean, I keep hearing that like Sony has like the worst skin tones or whatever, but I don't know.
I've heard a lot about that too, where it has like a greenish or magenta hue to it.
Yeah.
But 4K though.
4K. And plus my Sid has a tutorial on how to remove it real quickly, so it's not that big of a deal. But
oh, maybe you should elaborate on your friendship with Sydney Dion.
Dion.
Yes, Dion.
Okay. Well, all right. So like I met Sid around. Dang, at this point, like 4 years ago, like 5 years ago. I don't know.
So you knew Sid before he was big and famous.
Whatever the year 2013 was, because I'm terrible at math. So 2013, around that point. Our church, Crossroads, was doing this little skit series where like they would have a message from the pastor was doing, but have it at show for the kids ministry, and we had a show called Game Academy, which low-key was a ripoff of Video Game High School by Freddie Wong, but it had a little like Christian sort of twist on it. But
yeah,
it was really fun to be a part of. Like I met some really cool people there, and Sid was actually like the director of the series. But yeah, it was a good time to be had. But I still have some of the DVDs of those episodes. But looking back on it, it was super cringe.
yeah.
But it was a good time, man. I miss it.
So basically, he knew Mr. Zion Crane Ambassador before he was famous on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you betcha. Boutte that I knew him.
Right. So
heck yeah.
So if he can come on the podcast, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sid, come on the podcast, bro. Yeah.
Put in a good word for me.
I got you. I think I can convince him. Maybe. We'll see.
I would totally do a Casey Neistat moment where I'd be like, let me go on my Twitter right now and ask some people, if they have any questions for a podcast going on right now. But we all know it would take at least 3 hours for one person to come up with a question.
That's true. That is very true.
They'd be like, why are you doing a podcast today? I'm just like, because I want to. Stop asking me these questions, okay?
Asking all these questions. Boy,
right.
Get your out of here.
Did you survive Friday the 13th?
Surprisingly, yes. I celebrated one of my friends' 18th birthday, and we were going to go to this nearby golf course at night, but it was super dark, and like he like low key ditched us, like low key, but it's all good though.
Because I was in the middle of taking a test on Friday, and I was like, "What's the date?" And my mom was like, "Friday the 13th." I'm just like, it's like it was at that moment in a movie where like the bells go off and you just like know everything's about to go down, and I was just like, "Oh, well, at least I'm not leaving out today." She's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna drive us down to Buc-ee's," and I'm just like, "What?" That was like the one day I wanted to be like, please, could we not drive today? Like, could we just stay in the house, barricade the doors, put sandbags on the windows?
I see. I feel you, bro.
But I made it through the day, and I was just like, yes, didn't break any camera gear.
Yes.
So that was a pretty happy thing.
That's awesome.
And one last question. Let's see what we can ask you.
Axe. Sponsored by Axe. No, I'm just kidding.
Sponsored by Axe. Hashtag ad.
Yes. Put it right there.
What would your
ad.
next big film be? If you could make if you're thinking about making like a skit or like a short film, do you have any ideas in the bag that you're ready to pull out or you could think of using?
I've been thinking about making a sci-fi film based on like this agent that has to defuse a bomb at a nearby park. Ooh. But I've been thinking about that one for a while, but I just never really like went forward with it because
coming to a theater near you.
Yeah. Because I never really I feel like I wasn't ready to film a short film, like a full-on narrative short film yet. But I might.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know. I might this summer. I might next summer. I don't know. But
hey, you should do it this summer. Sooner the better. The sooner you make the mistake of starting it, the sooner you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, but I've been following a little bit of D. Darius's advice, where just shoot little microfilms.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I've been doing that a little bit, so I think I'm a little bit ready for that. So.
Yeah, I remember when I first started my first narrative film. It was for a film writing competition,
which I wanted to participate in, but I procrastinated hard on that one.
So hard. I was like, so when you're gonna send me your application? You're just like, when am I gonna start it?
True.
So I started, and I was like, I'm gonna go in this, and I'm gonna win. I knew in the back of my mind I was gonna win because I'm just like. They have millions of followers, and just even more than those people are gonna apply to it, and who knows what kind of camera gear they're using.
True.
So I was just like, it's a good experience. It's like a reason for me to create a film. Plus, I'm getting Filmstro for free, so that's always a plus. I didn't use Filmstro after that. Should have probably
I still have it on my computer, but I just haven't uninstalled it yet. But.
I should have taken advantage of it, but it kind of it killed my computer because of the amount of memory it used. Yeah, but point being, me making that film initiated kind of my love for making narratives and what I wanted to do, and I learned from mistakes of directing. Biggest mistake of that film, not doing intentional composition, because I had an hour to film this whole thing. I was just like, okay, so I know what I want to do. 2 over-the-shoulder shots, that's fine. Just put them there. It's going to be over your shoulder. I should have done some more intentional composition because in a couple of the frames, the microphone was present, but nobody knows which ones except for me.
Oh, well, hey, I didn't know
that was a trial. Just the post-production was so stressful because it was trying to find the best performances, which I hadn't done before. I was used to vlogging where you only did it once, and if that didn't work out, oh well, you're gonna keep that flaw in there.
Yeah, see.
But this one, if a person says the line 3 times and it sounds good every time, you're just which one's the best? And then I forgot a frame itself, and I'm just oh, I forgot to record this particular frame. So that's why the film itself was actually 45 seconds instead of 1 minute. So I'm just dag, dig, skippity doo. So this summer, I'm probably going to try to, my friends want me to film a Star Wars video for them. Whoa. And I'm just cool. I am not a VFX artist. So I'm probably going to hire you to do the lightsabers. Loki, I'm just going to send you a bunch of raw files and be add lightsabers to this.
Got you, homie. What's good?
And they'd be up. Oh, right? It'd be buy Dillon Productions on every lightsaber in the bottom right corner. Just you didn't have to copyright everything. But yeah.
I wouldn't do that to you.
The nervous laugh. I feel you would, though. One last question. In that latest vlog you uploaded, did you use a certain particular Matty Hapoya LUTs?
I did. I forgot which one though, but
Singularity.
of course, Singularity. That's probably it. How'd you know?
'Cause that's the one that I use the most. I like it a lot. It's not like too heavy on the teal and orange, but like I kind of like the carbon visual. I think it's like carbon fiber one. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy that one. Oh, and also I'm adding a new segment to this podcast, which is kind of like a shout out. But since I don't have a lot of followers, it's more like a recommendation to everyone.
Oh, okay. So kind of like.
Besides shouting out Urian,
right?
I'm gonna be shouting out someone else. His name is Visual Choi. You need to watch his kind of like, it's not really an episode or a series, but it's this thing where he does, it's called Strictly Visual, and one of them was New York, another one was San Francisco, and he's a friend of J.R. Alley. You know who J.R. Alley is, right,
of course.
Ryan? Of course. So he does like transitions like J.R. Alley, but it's not like that handy seamless transitions. It looks more like the movie Inception, where everything's bouncing off the walls and everything's turned upside down, two cities on top of each other kind of visuals.
Really?
I'll make sure to put his link down in the bio and in the description so you guys can check him out. But like his stuff is super inspiring. It's awesome. All right, now you have your 5-minute plug to yourself, Urian. Go ham on the plugs.
You said 5 minutes though?
5-minute plug, however long you want to be like plug yourself.
All right. Well, if you guys want to check out my channel is Dillon Productions, Dillon Productions. Basically, I do like filmmaking and cinematic vlogs. I want to do more of filmmaking, and basically my channel is more geared towards filmmaking, visual effects, and like cinematic vlogs I do also. So if you like that type of stuff, or you just want like me personally, then come over here, come through, check out my channel, subscribe if you like it. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, that's my plug.
Alright, yeah, his link will be down in the description with all of his social media, being his Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
And don't forget to subscribe to Reece Moffett as well. He's a good guy. I like this dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I get my own plug on my own podcast?
Ooh,
wow.
Come on now. You already know.
Wow.
Me and Reece got history, so come on now.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and thank you for joining us on this episode, the first season, episode
Glad to be
1
here, man.
of the podcast, The Reece Moffett Show. Hope you all enjoyed. If you're still watching after what seems like 30 minutes.
If you're still here.
If you're still here. If you're not,
if you're still here,
well.
you
But
deserve
if you
an
are
award,
still
bro.
here.
You deserve an award if you're still here, honestly.
Right. If you are still here, make sure to comment down in the comment section below and, tweet me or something and be like, I watched all the way to the end. So I could be like, yes, you are a true Candy fam.
We should give them like something to, like a nice creative comment for those that watched all the way through, like.
If you watched all the way through, make sure to comment Candy Fam and Dillon, the production crew, in the comment section below, and we'll make sure to check out your channels.
Yeah, there we go.
There we
Bam.
go. All right. See you guys in the next podcast, video, vlog, or skit. Peace out. Can't cover the lens, so we're just gonna like Photoshop my hand over there.